I moved 7-Eleven. More of a Tim Hortons guy anyway, but he was the guy that turned Oakley into the true metro that he is now. Both of your Twitter followers have to be just exploding since the creation of the show.
Oh, I just like to shoot off the cuff.
You guys are talented. Just flying around there, he looks like a little kid. You know, we're teasing him about not being strong enough to make a three.
Those are Adidas.
All right, and now we're here for a word with Coach Sam Hargraves. Which player is your biggest prankster on your team?
I'm going to go with Zach Sinke.
What is the best part of Thanksgiving?
Giving thanks.
All right, Coach Ryan Clark's biggest contribution as a coach?
Horses.
Horses.
It's an inside joke.
All right, what would you be doing if you weren't a basketball coach?
Shoveling snow or mowing grass. I have very, very few other skills.
Men's soccer coach Josh Oakley's personality in one word.
Metro.
And this has been a word with Coach Sam Hargraves.
All right, now we're here with Coach, and we're going to do some real talk. After last week, what's the message you got for your team, after a couple of tough games?
Yeah, it was obviously that we've got to figure out how to close a game better than we did against Finlandia. Augustana, as far as also closing the game by not turning the ball over. They were really two different losses where we hurt ourselves with turnovers against Augustana. Finlandia, we hurt ourselves by just not being able to make shots, right? We went 2 for our last 16, and we only had 1, maybe 2 turnovers in that whole stretch. And the guys that you would think should be shooting the ball at the end of the game were the guys that were. We didn't make them, and the other team was absolutely making most of what they threw up, and that's a credit to them. So that's the message. It's good to get to play in a game like that early on, test your character. Hopefully you learn from it. You're more relaxed, more comfortable next time you're in that situation.
Do you think that's just like the early season rust, or part of kind of having a new 5 playing together because of injuries and loss of seniors? Is that what you think it is, probably?
Oh, no question. I mean, let's say we were at full strength with this year's team. There was still going to be a learning curve in the beginning, right? Just by losing, 3 really important players off last year's team. Obviously, we have our 2 big guys go down. Rob Holmes is another kid that nobody talks about. That, if you remember, he played, a little bit off the bench last year. He came a long way. He tore his ACL for the 2nd time, and he was going to be a guy that we really thought was maybe going to start at the 3 or be one of our first guys off the bench. And so you take all that into consideration. I'm pretty happy with how we've played.
What do you think it was, going back to Augustana, that gave Trevor Gernot his career high game? What was it?
Talent. I mean, he's really good. And so you talk about when you're more of a loaded team like an Augustana is, you look at maybe what we were last year, where we really had 8 guys that were really a solid rotation for us. DJ's gone, Scotty's gone, Jason's gone. Now you see Trevor becoming more of what he is. We nickname him Jim Harden. Not quite James Harden, but Jim Harden. But he's got that all-around ability to score, and he also lacks defensive ability, just like the real James Harden.
Made me cry a little bit.
Yeah, is that close with Trevor defensively? I mean, I was just kidding. He's not that bad.
That's so harsh.
Trevor may be crying, but...
So you have a trio of freshmen that have been playing really well so far: Ryan Stevens, Stephen Harvey, and Luke Lamoureux. They're already seeming to mesh really well together, but them on the floor with the seniors at the same time, what's lacking there?
Chemistry and time. The thing that we don't ever want to say, and the hardest thing in life, is to be patient. They just need time together, and we have... Just even with Chase, who is the 3rd guard, when you throw him in the mix with Luke and Ryan. So not only are they freshmen getting used to each other, Chase is trying to get used to them. I mean, he had Scotty and Jason with him last year, and they had 2 years of chemistry. Luke had a great game against Ohio Northern. Ryan had a great game against Augustana. Now we got to get them to have a great game on the same night. That would be nice. But I think the future looks so good with those 2. And Steven is, he physically is got a ways to go still. I've been so impressed with just his mental toughness that he's been able to do some of the things he did. I think he had 16 points in 10 minutes against Finlandia. But they're really good kids. They're unselfish. They're coachable. They want to win.
Who is it on your team that's the driving personality, like at every practice or off court? Who's bringing the personality of the team?
That's always me, too often, unfortunately, right? And I've said you could go ask DJ and Scotty the same thing. Rob Holmes was really that guy where he had some emotion, and this year it'll come from Tyler Edwards more as we keep going. He's got the personality for it. Some of that's personality. Chase, to some extent, will also continue to do that. It's not really Trevor's personality to get fired up and do some of the rah-rah type things. I don't care if you're 18 years old, if you're 22 years old. If you're a leader, you're a leader. And I'd like them all to be leaders.
What is it that you would like to do, to pass time when you actually get some free time?
I would love to hang out with you two and just see what a day in your life is like going around campus now that this show's started. It's got to be incredible. I hang out with my wife, and that's fun, except when she's really getting on me about being dumb, which doesn't happen too often, but it happens enough. I feel very fortunate because my favorite thing, my hobby, is my job, right? And so I love sports. That's really what I do. And watching it, I like going to try to catch other college basketball games and just be able to watch as a fan. Love Michigan summers. We're so blessed to live in this state in the summer with the lakes. I don't like them as much when they're frozen over. We bought a big, ugly pontoon boat this summer. I like to be on that as much as possible.
This has been Real Talk with Coach Sam Hargraves, and now we're going to bounce on over into something else. This is Something Else with Coach Sam Hargraves. Here's the marker, sir.
Thank you.
So, playing Hangman, your word it's a one word, but it has to be unrelated.
Yeah, I need to be coach. 4 letters.
All right, Sam, you do it first.
All right, I'll go with an A. Carrying the team over.
E? You have an earring? Oh, no.
Definitely not.
No E. The head.
I'm going to go with S. It's a good guess.
Body.
Let's go with an N.
N. Incorrect. What's going on here? I'm going to give you a leg.
R.
No R.
You guys are doing great.
What kind of word is this?
That's
It
close.
is English, correct?
Oh, it had to be English?
T.
No T.
This is embarrassing.
My word has to do with the appearance from the neck up of several of our male coaches and staff members.
I know it.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Do you have any flashing lights or anything? Paul Thomas, Denny Griffin, Mike Kinney. Let's give a shout out to Todd Hibbs, who's no longer with us. We have the most incredible bald staff there is.
All right. Sam, you won. Get up there.
Spacing is offense. Remember that. Sure. Your spacing's terrible right now.
All right. Great, Coach. Spin the wheel.
Let's go with an S.
S.
Oh, boo.
Let's go with an A.
Solid. Elmer related. Now we're working as a team here, right? This is collective punishment, collective celebration.
Yes, exactly. We're going to go with an L.
An L there. No L. Steven, have you gotten a single
No, I
L?
have not.
Can we make trades within our team? Okay, no whammies, big bucks, and give me a E.
No whammy, no whammy.
You guys remember that show at all?
Oh, yeah.
Pressure Luck, unbelievable game.
Who is this? Are you drawing yourself up there? Little dude.
Oh, look at him, he's so little.
Let's go with N.
Say that again?
N.
N.
Ooh.
Oh,
Elbow
man.
money, guys.
Are we allowed to communicate?
Yeah.
Oh, I know
We're
what
not?
it is. I know what it is.
Oh, I know what it is.
I had a chance to guess.
I know what it is. That's great.
I'm up. No, I'm not. Oh,
Space.
Think about it.
I'm trying. It really is.
Think about it. What was he doing before, Nick?
The only
Based on
thing I
his
could
previous
think of-
answers,
I
previous
went on
game.
Bama, but that would need an N and an A.
what does that have to do with Elma?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what makes this great, because this is about Elma. It's awesome.
Nanny just keeps coming to my mind. There's Nancy.
Yeah.
We're obviously working together.
They're colluding. Not allowed to do that.
Totally cheating.
The lady that swipes our cards? The sweet
The
old
wonderful saga lady,
Yeah.
Nancy.
Oh, wow.
lady? The sweetest person to ever go to Elma College?
I didn't think it was gonna be Nancy.
Nancy for president
Nick,
in
you'll give that
2020.
to you.
I thought it had to be sports related.
Nick had it. No, I did Helmer
That's my fault. I thought this was a sports related show. Who am I? Maybe we should film this over in Saga. I
She's very nice.
can picture the lady where I went to college at the cafeteria. She took care of it.
If I didn't have a grandmother, I would want Nancy to be my grandmother.
It's beautiful.
All right, Sam, on you.
I'm gonna go with an O. Oh my! Nailed it. Wow. Oh, double down. Should be able to get this right now. Figure it out.
Yeah.
How many words have two O's? This will be a hangman record if we can nail this after one guess.
I think baboon has a double B in the middle.
It doesn't.
But it's also unrelated to Elma.
That's Elmer related. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Maybe buffoon.
Buffoon. The buffoon.
You know what? I'm just gonna try and get another vowel, so I'm gonna go with A. The second letter there.
that's
Oh
really
yes.
helpful. Everyone
On
knew it.
fire.
I called my shot, and I hit it Babe Ruth style.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. Is it maroon?
Yes.
I should have known that. Those were my high school colors as well.
Give me an I. Oh, did you see the pump
What a
fake there? I
tease.
went for it. No I.
I'm gonna use a move from last round. Let's go with an O.
Oh my.
What about
Good idea, Sam.
We're in the hole, guys. What are we
Oh
doing here?
my.
All right.
Start thinking it through.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the fundamentals. Gonna go back to the basics. How about an E?
An E?
Yep. No way.
Think about
this.
it.
Isn't even a word.
Last time we played a game like this, Steven wanted Coach Johnson to draw tenacity. So this is going to be something absolutely ridiculous.
Probably. I'll give you guys a hint.
Is that a dash?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an apostrophe or a hyphen.
Dash. Hyphen.
That's neat that it's a dash. What is it in the English language? There's probably a Z, an X, and a U in this
But it's the
word.
German U with a sideways colon over it. Okay, there's got to be some kind of vowel in there, so A.
Here we go. On the
Right,
board.
We're on one.
I know what it is, but I'm not up.
Well, good thing we got two more goes after.
What are you looking at me for?
What were you doing over here? What?
I've been trying to enjoy my 7-Eleven coffee.
you
I'd like to solve the puzzle, please. It's man up.
It is man up. Someone's watched our show before.
Got one word, man up.
That's what we need to do tomorrow at North Central. Man up.
All right, we'd like to thank Coach Sam Hargraves for coming on our show today.
Thank you. I knew I'd be able to make you laugh.